the abrupt dismissal of Paul Martin, the independent Inspector General for the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, and a Biden appointee, has sent shockwaves through Washington and ignited a fierce debate about the Trump administration's handling of oversight and accountability within the federal government. The termination, effective immediately, followed closely on the heels of a scathing report Martin released just the previous day, detailing the devastating consequences of President Trump's sweeping restructuring of U.S. aid. This dismantling, characterized by significant staffing cuts and an unsettling ambiguity regarding foreign assistance waivers and communication protocols, has severely compromised the agency's capacity to effectively manage and safeguard taxpayer-funded humanitarian aid, according to Martin's findings. The report paints a grim picture of the operational challenges facing U.S. aid in the wake of these drastic changes. The agency's vital role in vetting programs in conflict zones, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Lebanon, Pakistan, Yemen, Syria, and the West Bank and Gaza, is now significantly hampered by a critical shortage of personnel. This lack of adequate staffing poses a substantial risk of misdirected funding, potentially diverting taxpayer money unintentionally into the hands of terrorist organizations. Martin's meticulously documented concerns highlighted the perilous consequences of undermining the agency's oversight mechanisms, underscoring the critical importance of rigorous vetting processes to prevent the misuse of public funds intended for humanitarian aid. Martin's dismissal, communicated via email from Trent Morse, Deputy Director of the White House Office of Presidential Personnel, and confirmed by the Washington Post, represents a clear and concerning disregard for institutional checks and balances. The timing of the firing, coming just one day after the release of such a damning report, strongly suggests a retaliatory motive aimed at silencing criticism and suppressing the exposure of potentially damaging information regarding the administration's handling of vital overseas aid programs. Furthermore, this action follows a pattern of aggressive measures against independent oversight bodies. Just 2 weeks prior, President Trump fired 18 inspectors general, a blatant violation of federal law requiring a 30-day notification period to Congress before such actions can be taken. This pattern of disregard for legal and ethical norms further fuels concerns about a systematic effort to erode the mechanisms that safeguard transparency and accountability within the federal government. Adding another layer of complexity to this already precarious situation is President Trump's recent executive order mandating agency cooperation with a team led by Elon Musk at DOGE, a move that promises further reductions in federal staffing. This order, coupled with the dismissal of Martin and the prior firing of numerous inspectors general, points towards a broader strategy aimed at streamlining the federal bureaucracy, potentially at the expense of crucial oversight functions and the responsible allocation of taxpayer funds. The implications of these actions are far-reaching, extending beyond the immediate impact on U.S. aid to encompass the broader erosion of checks and balances within the entire federal government. The long-term consequences for national security, international relations, and the effective delivery of humanitarian assistance remain deeply uncertain, leaving many questioning the administration's commitment to transparency, accountability, and the responsible stewardship of public resources. The silence surrounding the reasoning behind these dismissals only adds to the growing unease. This situation demands immediate and thorough investigation to ascertain the full extent of these actions and to ensure the future protection of critical oversight functions. The concerns raised by Martin's report necessitate a comprehensive review of the current state of U.S. aid and its capacity to effectively carry out its mission. The Guardian welcomes any further information related to the impact of these federal program cuts. If you have information you wish to share confidentially, please contact us securely via Signal at 646 886 to 8761 using a non-work device. Marina Dunbar and Robert Mackey contributed to this reporting. Send us a tip.